here today to talk a little bit about following what's right for us. And I'll use this example. This happened recently. Um, Ever since I started this journey of traveling and living a nomadic life, so I sold my place, quit my job at the beginning of the year 2022. And I just been traveling. I felt like Vancouver might not be my permanent home for the next little bit. And so the traveling is kind of my way of exploring where I want to go next. Um, and and my people and now that I've been doing it for a good few months now, I I'm noticing the judgments and triggers in people when people hear about how I am doing it. So when you hear about nomadic life, you think it's van life, it's camping, it's backpacking, it's living in a trailer, and it's going to different places and staying in hostels. And when I tell people that and so when I tell people that I'm on this journey of finding my next place and that's why I'm being a nomad, they go, "So where do you stay?" Because they can see when they talk to me, they can see my background and it's always at a hotel. And they're like, "So where do you stay? Is it an Airbnb that you're staying in?" And all that stuff. And I said, "No, I stay in a hotel. I am a," and then I felt like I need to explain myself. So, I was like, "Oh, safety is a huge value of mine." And so I always stay at a hotel that's, if I can, I stay at a 4-star hotel, if not at least a 3-star hotel. And I stay in an area where I feel safe, close to the center, so it's convenient. And recently, just a few days ago, someone said, we were in a group chatting. This other girl is going on a journey, in living in a camper van. And so and then this other person said, "Yeah, so and so you're fully doing it." And then she said, "And yeah, Debbie, you're kind of doing it." And I didn't get curious then because it was a setting that it wasn't the right time to say anything. But I just kind of chuckled and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is not the first time I'm getting that energy from people, Like they're not intentionally judging, but they're like, "Oh, you don't fit in that box. This is not a nomadic life. I don't know what this is. This is just traveling." and and I'm like, "I don't care." And the reason why I'm making this video is I just want to show people that you get to write and you get to define whatever the term means, whatever you're doing, you know? And you need to really know yourself to know what you love in order to have that definition for yourself, to recreate that definition for yourself. Because you know what definitions are, what rules are? They're all written from experiences in the past. And we're living in the now. And we're living in a very different time. And we're living in a time where anything goes. You get to recreate anything that didn't work for you. And for me, I'm a generator by human design. I need to do what I love doing, what makes me feel abundance, what makes my heart sing. And I own it that I love lux I'm not even going to call it luxurious. I love experiences that cost more than what the definition of people are doing. I love experiences that cost money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Exploring yourself, finding yourself, living a nomadic life doesn't mean that you have to live off of the bare minimum. That's not what makes me feel abundant. I like to get a massage when I'm at a different place. I like to get my nails done every 6 weeks. I love jewelry. I love to make myself feel good. And I love living in a hotel. And I love having a view if I can. And if there's a hotel that has a spa resort right attached to it and I can afford it, yeah, I'm gonna stay in it. Because that's how I generate good energy. And that's how I can keep doing what I do. And so I invite all of you to own it. Because if you're also a generator especially, and you're not living up to your true values and what lights you up, you can't do the work you want to do, especially for healers and light workers. You can't do the work you do. You'll be so frustrated. My reaction as my design mapping, human design mapping, is I get frustrated. And so if I don't do the things that I want to do, and the first thing is I know my finances, and and that's another story for later. If I don't do things that I want to do, I am constantly frustrated. And when I'm frustrated, my energy level gets depleted. When my energy level gets depleted, I can provide the space and give the energy to people that I want to serve. So live in your truth and don't allow anyone else to make you feel lesser than. They make you feel like you're doing it wrong. Because when you really know yourself, you know what works for you. And so just follow that. And about knowing finances, you have to, and this is not coming from like a judgy saboteur. When I do my finances and do my budget, I look super high level. I don't go into the nitty-gritty details of like how much I spend on food and shopping and souvenirs and hotels and blah 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 blah. I don't do that because that's not how I work. That doesn't bring me joy. I look at the very high level and go like, how much money I have right now, and roughly how much I want to put in savings, roughly how much the money that I'm bringing in, how much money I want to put in savings, how much money I want to put towards my travels, how much money I want to put towards my business. I put money back into investing in my business. And I hold that intention. It's like manifestation. I hold that intention in my head to go, that's the percentage, that's the portion. And it always kind of works out because I follow my heart. And my heart tells me when I'm getting to that threshold because I tap into my intuition. I'm aligned with the universe. So don't beat yourself up if you want nice things that you can afford. You work hard. You deserve to have nice things if you want to. If you want to. Don't never do it for anyone else. Never buy a brand new bag just because everyone else has them. Just because you think it shows a status. Like I wrote a post just this week on a measure of success, and if you're doing things to prove it to people, that's a false measure of success. At least that's my perspective. Your perspective might be different, but that's my perspective. And so yeah, if I have the budget and I have, and that's well, that lights me up to allow me to do what I do, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend that money. So many people save up so much money and they tell themselves that yes, this amount of money is for this purpose. And I can tell you, I have, I'm not even, I know people who, let's just say, I'm gonna come up with a random number, okay? I have people who go, yeah, I want to go to Europe and my budget is $10,000 for say 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever. And when they start booking hotels, when they start planning the budget, they go, but I want the cheapest things, cheapest hotel possible. And then they get in, and then they get there and they're like, oh, I wish this was a better experience, but at least I'm saving money. Then why did you allocate $10,000 on your budget if you're not going to spend it? We're so afraid of, if we have that bucket, we're so afraid to use that bucket, even though we allocated for it, even though fact-wise, number-wise, we know we're going to be okay. Because there's always that scarcity mindset of like, let me just save a little bit more. But what are you saving it for? You gotta be really clear on what you're saving it for. If you're saving it for the fact that I just want to see more dollar signs, more dollar amount in the bank account that I don't even know what I'm gonna use it for, you're not saving it for something that's aligned to your purpose. That's not gonna make you happy. And when you're not happy, you're eating into your energy currency. And that's another topic for another day. But when you're eating into your energy currency, you're depleted. And when you're depleted, that's going to come out in a lot of different ways. That's going to come out in, you're going to throw a lot of money into one experience and feel really good for a little bit. And then that's it. That money actually is wasted. So you got to fill up. You got to take care of your energy bucket. You're going to fill up your energy currency so you can keep doing what you believe in. You can keep doing what's aligned with your purpose. So to summarize the last 12 minutes, don't ever let anyone tell you how to do things. Get to know yourself really, really well and start setting that boundary. And just a little bit touch on currency. There's number 3, money isn't your only currency. Money isn't your only wealth. Your energy is also a currency. Well, let's not use the word currency. Your energy is also a form of resources. The air we breathe in, energy, and money are all resources. And it has to be balanced. Because if you're low on something, you're going to crave something else. So, and if you don't take care of your energy level, you're in the negative, you're in the energy dead, nothing else is going to come in. Because you're going to be in such a low vibration that whatever you want to manifest is not going to come in. And beating yourself up for spending money, beating yourself up for not doing enough, whatever that is, beating yourself up for not saving enough is dipping into that energy currency, to energy resources. And that's going to start manifest from a very different way negatively. So I just realized this video is super shaky because I'm holding it with one hand. So I apologize if you're like, all I see is your head moving around all the time, like bobbling. I apologize for that. But yeah, start knowing who you are, love yourself, give compassion to yourself, and start treating yourself really, really well, especially this Christmas season.